Good morning, welcome back to Planet Doug Behind the Scenes, and this is a behind the scenes technical video. I'm at ICC Pudu, the market, and I'm having breakfast. I came back for some Anti-May crispy Popiah. One of them is spicy and the other one is not spicy, so I'm doing a comparison there. But I'm mainly here to do a microphone test because I was here the other day and I gave Bill the microphone, you know, the international big shot, and I asked him some questions, kind of interviewed him for my channel. And I was using the Rode Wireless Go, and I'm in a very noisy environment with a lot of background ambient noise, a lot of people, a lot of fans, cooking, banging pots and pans, a lot of noise here. And I'm wondering whether in this sort of environment, whether the Rode Wireless Go is the best microphone to use, or would a lavalier mic handle this better by isolating my voice and blocking some of the ambient sound. So let's dive into the Popiah. I'm not sure which one is spicy and which one isn't. I'm not sensing any spiciness here. You have a Hainan tea?
Hainan tea, eh?
Yeah, cold?
Ice.
Ice, yes, ice. Hainan tea. Yep. I think that was a normal one. Let's try one of the other pieces. I don't taste a difference. Maybe I just happened to get a piece that didn't have as much spicing in it. They both tasted the same to me, the spicy and the non-spicy. But we'll see as I work my way through it. A man just came to ask me for my drinks order, and I ordered a Hainan tea, ice Hainan tea. We'll see what I end up with. When I was here last time with Bill and Jamie, Bill ordered Hainan coffee and I ordered Hainan tea. But I think we got the same thing because, as I talked about in that video, Hainan tea is a mix of tea and coffee together. So I'm not really sure what to call it. Do you call it Hainan tea or do you call it Hainan coffee? Or is Hainan coffee just coffee and Hainan tea is a mixture of tea and coffee? So many mysteries. So this has been the Rode Wireless Go. I'm going to switch to a lavalier microphone. I forget the brand name of this one, to be honest. Has a short cord on it, so it will just reach from the GoPro to me, and be good for vlogging, you know, holding the camera. So the next audio you hear is going to be with this lavalier microphone instead of the Rode Wireless Go. I'm very curious about the results. You are now hearing my voice as recorded on the lavalier mic. Exact same table, same ambient noise level, same everything. Oops. This lavalier mic is not the best for this situation because my GoPro is a bit far away from me and the cord is not long enough really, so you can sort of see it in the shot. But the audio is still the same regardless of how long the cord is. They brought my drinks order, so this is the Hainan iced tea. Costs 3.5 ringgit, a little bit more expensive than your average, you know, drink in a food court or a hawker center. It's very good though. Yeah, I'm very curious to hear the results. Actually, I just realized I have another combination that I can test, not just the Rode Wireless Go and the lavalier mic. I can also plug the lavalier mic into the Rode Wireless Go transmitter, and then I get the audio signal from the lavalier, but it's still wireless, transmitted to the camera wirelessly. So that'll be my third test, sitting here in the same location. as I said, very curious to hear how this sounds. I started thinking about this problem after some time that I was in Penang, and I remember shooting some video there with the Rode Wireless Go. No, it wasn't in Penang, it was actually in Bangkok. I went to the big weekend market, and at the weekend market I shot a whole day with the, I guess it was with the 360 camera and the Rode Wireless Go. And it felt like the audio was way off, especially when I sat inside a noisy restaurant, because the noise of all the people around me was just overwhelming. So throughout the whole video, you heard this roar of background noise, and it got to be a bit much after a while. So I started to wonder whether, you know, there's something about the Rode that does that, and maybe a lavalier mic would be a better choice in those situations. So of course, I don't really have a choice with a 360 camera. You have to use the Rode Wireless Go just because of its physical shape. You can't really use a lavalier mic anyway with a 360, but at least I can find out for the GoPro anyway. So that's lavalier mic plugged directly into the GoPro. Now I'm going to switch over to plugging the lavalier mic into the Rode Wireless Go transmitter. See how that sounds. And now begins the next test. Just to make it clear what's going on, I took the Rode Wireless Go from underneath my shirt. It's now outside my shirt, and you can see that I have the lavalier mic plugged into the Rode Wireless Go. So the audio is being recorded by the lavalier mic, but it's being transmitted by the Rode Wireless Go system. It's kind of the best of all worlds in a way, assuming this is good audio, because you get the audio from the lavalier mic, but I still am wireless, and gives me the freedom to move around, and I'm not tethered to the camera by a cord. And I'm not trying to get cinematic level sound here. I'm not taking it to that extreme. I'm just trying to answer one simple question: which microphone handles noisy ambient noise the best? Like, which microphone isolates my voice and keeps just enough of the ambient noise to make it clear where you are. I want the sound of my environment, but I don't want it to be overwhelming either. Well, maybe my order didn't really get through. Spicy, not spicy, because I don't taste any difference. Though, she might have been so concerned about me as a foreigner that maybe she put the spicing only on one piece, because I only have one piece here that has some sauce on top. So maybe there's only one small piece of one roll that's actually spicy. So this will be the true test. I think that's what happened. But even that piece, it's not spicy at all. It's just that I read on their newspaper article that one thing people like about this Popiah from Auntie May is that it combines the sweetness with a spiciness, the combination of those two flavors. So I thought, you know, try the spicy one. Maybe it tastes better. But I'm not getting any difference at all. And even if that was the spicy piece, it's not hot spicy. It's not like red pepper burning up my mouth. So you can safely order the spicy Popiah. So that is the sound of the lavalier mic, and plugged into the Rode Wireless Go. And I just realized I have one more option. Well, I have two more options actually. I have a shotgun mic, so I'm going to test the shotgun mic next. And I don't generally like shotgun mics because the sound level is way too low because the camera is so far away. The shotgun mic works really well for me if I hold it right here, speak directly into it. But even if it's 2 feet away, the sound level is just too low. But I'm going to test it anyway because a shotgun mic is directional and will be aiming right at me. And maybe that will give the best sound quality of all. Give it a try anyway. Moving right along. This is the audio test of the, it's a Boya shotgun mic. It's like a gun sitting on top of the camera, aiming right at my mouth. And it's about two feet away from me. A little bit over 2 feet maybe. But the main issue for me, well, there's two issues with the shotgun mic. One I already mentioned. I find that my voice level is always too low because it's too far away from me. It might be good if you have two people. You can sort of aim it between the two of you and it picks up both of your voices perhaps. I don't know about that. But the other issue is that it only records sound directly in front of the microphone. So if I were holding the GoPro like this, it's recording my voice, but then if I turn the GoPro around, it won't be recording my voice anymore because now the microphone will be pointing ahead of me and it's going to be recording whatever's directly in front of the microphone. So of course there are new shotgun mics now that record on both sides. The Deity, I think. And I keep thinking that I should test one of those microphones. It might be something that would work out really well for me in a lot of different situations. I've never been able to buy one though because you couldn't get it in Myanmar and I couldn't get it in Mae Sot in Thailand, but I'm sure I could pick one up here in Kuala Lumpur if I wanted to spend the money to get one. But we'll see. We'll test this and see how it works. So, that is the sound of the Boya shotgun mic. I took the wind muff off, by the way. The wind muff is so big and fluffy, it goes down, it hangs into the view of the camera lens. And like in a place like this, there's no wind, so you don't really need it, I don't think. So there's no wind muff on it, it's just the bare microphone. I have 2 pieces of Popiah left, 2 very large pieces. I'm still not tasting a difference. I think both Popiah rolls were exactly the same. I had an interesting experience as I was leaving the Kojoy Hotel this morning. I was coming here and I wanted to get here relatively early when there was still a crowd because I wanted this noisy environment. So I'm in a bit of a hurry. But then the boss, the manager of the Kojoy, stopped me and said, today at some point they want to go into my room to put some tinting on the windows. It's part of the refurbishment of the hotel. Because my room has a window and in the afternoon, I guess, at some point it gets direct sunlight. So all the rooms that are facing the sun with a window, they're going to put some tinting there to reduce the harshness of the light, because the sunlight can damage the interior of the room, right? It can wear out the paint and bed sheets. Sunlight can actually damage things. So they wanted to lower the strength of the sun as it comes in through the windows, and heating up the room, keep the heat out as much as possible, so you don't need to run the air conditioner as much. I guess it can save a lot of money in the long run. Put some tinting on the glass. So he told me that. And of course, I have no problem with that. But my room was not in a situation that would be suitable for construction workers or anyone like that, because I had all my camera gear, all my electronics spread out all over the place. Every flat surface was covered in some kind of a camera or microphone or computer or smartphone or adapter or something. So I had to go back up to my room and just get it all cleaned up, put everything away, hide everything in little spots where it's not going to get damaged or stepped on or anything like that. So I had to go back to my room and I spent like half an hour just organizing everything, getting it ready for the construction crew to come in. And he said once they're done doing their work, he's going to send the staff in to clean the room. So going to you know, change the bedding, clean the bathroom. So it's good that I got everything organized, because normally when I move into a hotel room, even cleaners can't really get in there because I spread out so much. There's so much gear everywhere covering the bed. How do you even change the bed sheets? You know, there's just too much electronics on the bed. So if a cleaning crew is coming in, I have to prepare for them in advance. So I told that little story into the Boya shotgun microphone, and I just realized I have one more test I want to do, one more microphone, because the Media Mod has a shotgun mic built into it. So I'm going to do one final test with the Media Mod shotgun mic, and we'll see how that sounds. I believe this is the final microphone test, and this time I'm using the shotgun microphone that is built into the GoPro Media Mod. And I've almost never used it, for the main reason is that this microphone actually has a front capsule and a rear capsule, so it can record sound from both directions. But in order to use the front and the rear, every single time you have to go into the GoPro menu system and change the settings from the front microphone to the rear microphone. And that essentially makes it almost unusable. I mean, if you know you're only going to be recording from the front, you can set it to the front microphone. I can sit here, enjoy my Hainan tea, and I can talk, and it's no problem. But normally, of course, you're pointing the camera in this direction, then you're turning it around and pointing it somewhere else. The camera is constantly turning around, and every time I turn it around, I'd have to stop recording, go into the menu, change it to the rear microphone, do whatever I'm doing, and then if I turn the camera around again, I gotta stop recording, go into the menu, change it to the front microphone, constantly switching back and forth. It's ridiculous. So for that reason alone, I never use it. But of course, if you know you're only going to be recording this direction, you know, it might be useful. So thought I'd do a test of the front-facing microphone of the GoPro Media Mod. A lot of people, when this came out, a lot of people on YouTube did tests comparing the Media Mod microphone to the built-in mics on the GoPro itself. And I think most people concluded that there wasn't a really big difference. That it didn't really, I think it was a little bit better, the audio quality from the Media Mod, but not so noticeable really. To be honest, for me, with this Media Mod, they could have left that microphone out. It doesn't, you don't need it. Just adds added expense, weight, and bulk. You know, just get rid of it. Anyone like me who's worried about audio, we're going to be using our own microphones anyway, so we don't need it built into the Media Mod. The whole point of the Media Mod is to be able to plug in a microphone. That's why you buy the thing. So if you buy it because you're going to plug in an external microphone, you don't need the one built into the Media Mod. Anyway, it's my 2 cents on the design of the Media Mod. But I think that's the last audio test that I'm going to be doing. And breakfast is over. I'm going to head back to my hotel and yeah, copy these video files over to my laptop and listen to the audio and do a little comparison. And I'll end the video with my conclusion, my opinion about all the different audio that you're hearing. I'll see you then. Check back in like 1 second. I'll be back.
Good morning. Welcome back to Planet Doug Behind the Scenes. And this is a behind the scenes technical video. I'm at ICC Pudu, the market, and I'm having breakfast. I came back for some Anti-May crispy Popiah. One of them is spicy and the other one is not spicy. So I'm doing a comparison there, but I'm mainly here to do a microphone test. You are now hearing my voice as recorded on the Lavalier mic. Exact same table, same ambient noise level, same everything. Oops.
This lavalier mic is not the best for this situation because my GoPro is a bit far away from me and the cord is not long enough really, so you can sort of see it in the shot. But the audio is still the same regardless of how long the cord is. And now begins the next test. Just to make it clear what's going on, I took the Rode Wireless Go from underneath my shirt. It's now outside my shirt, and you can see that I have the lavalier mic plugged into the Rode Wireless Go. So the audio is being recorded by the lavalier mic, but it's being transmitted by the Rode Wireless Go system. Moving right along, this is the audio test of it's a Boya shotgun mic. It's like a gun sitting on top of the camera, aiming right at my mouth. And it's about two feet away from me, a little bit over 2 feet maybe. I believe this is the final microphone test, and this time I'm using the shotgun microphone that is built into the GoPro Media Mod, and I've almost never used it. As far as conclusions go, I don't think there's a whole lot to say. The Rode Wireless Go microphone, which I'm using now to record this conclusion, it sounded fine to me, even in that noisy environment. I think my voice was relatively isolated, and you got quite a bit of background noise, but it wasn't overwhelming. Maybe there's a microphone out there that would do a better job, but I think that the Rode worked fine there. And the second microphone I tested, which was just the lavalier mic clipped to my shirt collar, that sounded fine as well. I mean, it sounded just as good as the Rode did to me. Of course, the advantage to using the Rode in that situation is you don't have a wire connecting, you to the camera. So if I had to choose between them in terms of convenience, I would choose the Rode. But in terms of sound quality, I thought they were roughly equal, the Rode and the lavalier mic. I'd be happy with either one. After that, things fell apart a little bit. I had the lavalier mic plugged into the Rode transmitter, and that didn't seem to work very well. There was a lot of distortion, and that seemed to be because the lavalier mic was a little bit overpowered for the Rode. It sent a pretty hot signal to the Rode, and maybe it couldn't handle it, couldn't process it, and it sounded to me like there was a distortion there. Maybe I could adjust something to deal with that, but I think there's also a lavalier mic made by Rode, which is designed specifically for use with the Rode Wireless Go, and maybe if I picked up one of those, it would provide better sound. So I'll think about that. And then the shotgun mic, as I expected, was really quiet because it sits on top of the camera quite far away from me. I've used that Boya shotgun mic for recording like transcripts, and then I have it set up at a desk on a tripod, and I use it like a studio mic, so it sits right here, like right in front of my mouth, and then it sounds really nice. It's got a very rich, clear, very vibrant sound. I like it a lot, but only when it's really close to my mouth. Any kind of distance away, it doesn't sound loud enough, and in a noisy environment like the market, it didn't work as well at all. And the same thing with the shotgun mic that's built into the GoPro Media Mod. In a quiet room like this, I think it's perfectly acceptable. You can use it just as you can use the microphones that are built into the GoPro itself, and maybe even outside on a quiet street you can use it. But in a noisy environment, I don't think it's loud enough. The shotgun mic and the one built into the GoPro Media Mod, neither one is really suitable in that environment. So yeah, I didn't really learn a lot, to be honest. I learned that the Rode Wireless Go sounds fine and the lavalier mic sounds fine, but I kind of knew that already to begin with. I guess I just wanted to confirm that to myself, just to do a quick test and go get some Popiah at the same time. And from that point of view, it was a successful test. I got another set of Popiah for breakfast, and that was very delicious, so I enjoyed that very much. Those are my conclusions, and I'll see you in the next video.